What's up, everybody? Right now it is Monday, April 20th. It's 2:09 p.m. and I'm excited because we are going to be talking and learning about an event that I had the opportunity to go to last year. This year, it's a bit different. It's the Lighthouse Christian Ministries Gala. This year, it's going to be virtual. As far as I've seen, this is going to be the first virtual gala due to everything that's going on. They kind of are going to be using technology to allow them to keep their ministry going, to keep their nonprofit going. This is it's a really cool organization right in Bay Cliff, Lighthouse Christian Ministries. If you're watching on social media, feel free to share this out. Let me know what you got going on today. I'm going to introduce our FM audience, and we're going to get this going. Here we go. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. My name is Gardy. It's 2:10 p.m. on a Monday afternoon, and I'm going to be talking to Erica from Lighthouse Christian Ministries today, learning about the virtual gala that's taking place this week. Last year, I had the opportunity to go with my wife to this gala, the Lighthouse Christian Ministries Gala. I think I was invited by the Powells. They own the Chick-fil-A in League City right off of 96. That's right down the street from my house. They asked us, hey, will you come sit with us? And actually, my friend Justin West was sitting at that table too. So shout out to Justin West. He's the newly elected county constable. I believe it's like the 4th district. I don't know how that all works, but congratulations to Justin. I've known him for a long time. I had him on KHEA before all this craziness happened when I could still have him in studio. But I'm going to introduce my good friend Erica with Lighthouse Christian Ministry so we can learn how this gala is going to be taking place via the internet. So here we go. Hey, Erica, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah. Where are you coming to us from? Where are you at right now?
I'm right here at my house in League City.
Yeah, League City. I live in League City too. How have things been going for you and your family? We were talking a little bit. You have kids, right?
I do.
How have things been going so far?
They've been going all right. I think that we were all kind of expected the announcement that we heard last week. And we're in a kind of an interesting transition phase ourselves. We're actually in the process of moving to Indianapolis. So this is my last big hooray with Lighthouse Christian Ministries. But my family's all in Indianapolis. So when they heard the news, their daddy's up there right now, and they were hoping that meant we could leave just a little bit earlier. But I want to finish the race I'm doing here and finish well. So we won't be leaving for about 4 weeks, but they're doing okay. They are adjusting to learning at home and missing their friends, but luckily we have some good neighbor friends that they like to bike ride around the neighborhood with and do those kinds of things.
Yeah. How about the school part? Like the learning?
Yeah, it's going okay. I think it was a bigger learning curve for Mama than it was for them. We were mentioning earlier, I thought the first couple weeks, I'm like, this thing's a breeze. And then I got a link of all the things that they didn't do, and I thought, oh, there's a lot more to this than I realized. So,
I even got one of those this morning. Like, we'd been in this thing doing good, and it was like, my son's name is Kellen, he's 7. Kellen didn't do this part of the reading assignment where they have to record on an app where they record themselves reading the book and putting it back in, which is really cool that technology allows us to do that.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So speaking of technology, a virtual gala, are we going to be able to attend this event from our iPad, from our phones?
Yes, everyone can attend. It's absolutely free to participate. And, we had our gala was scheduled for last Friday. And it's always such a fun event and really a time where people come together and we celebrate what God's done in our ministry. And we have a lot of fun. We share a lot of stories. And so we had, back when this was happening, around spring break, I thought, ours isn't until mid-April. Ours will be fine.
Yeah.
And then started realizing that this was going to go a lot longer than we anticipated, and just the economic impact that this was going to have, and realized that, regardless, having a big PNC party was not the right thing to do. So we canceled our gala. But then I started hearing other executive directors around the country that were talking about doing something virtually instead. And so we kind of explored that and thought, why not? Because we still have a lot to celebrate and a lot of stories that we should share, because this is a time where we all need to be uplifted and we need to be reminded of the amazing work that God does in our community every single day. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this virtually. It's going to be a little different than it's always been, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and really hope that everyone can participate. This is really a celebration. Yes, it is a fundraiser for us, but more than that, it's about being able to celebrate and to share what Lighthouse Christian Ministries does in our community every day.
Yeah, what kind of things have y'all been still able to do, in a safe manner with everything essentially shut down?
Yes, well, thanks to Kurt, we had already been in developing a few videos for that we were going to show at the gala. But thanks to Kurt, we were able to come together and film some of the segments that would have been things that we would have done on the stage at the gala. And so we've been using for the past couple of years a platform called KHEA, which we've been able to do our silent auction virtually anyway. And so sometimes people that weren't in the room with us would still be able to participate in the silent auction and bid on items. And so this platform really made it available for us to be able to host our entire event virtually. So in addition to our silent auction, we will be promoting or pushing some of our content that would have been part of our gala. We'll be pushing it out to any of the registered guests through their cell phone. And then we'll also have it available on our event page. So you can view it however you're comfortable with, whether it's on a phone or a computer, or even live stream it to your TV.
Yeah. So last year, there was a goal. Do you remember what was the goal for money raised in last year?
Yeah. So last year our goal was around 120,000. So every year our goal is to really help with the overall programming expenses of our ministry. So what it takes to run our medical ministry, our dental clinics, our Kids Days program, our food pantries, our financial assistance, all of that. And so this year, without the expenses of the actual gala itself, and just with where we are right now, our goal is $80,000.
So $80,000, that's the goal. Usually the gala, it's a one-night event, but you'll also, like you had mentioned before, some of the bidding, I think some of that opened earlier for some of the auction items. And so this year, besides it being online, is it going to be a little bit longer? How's it going to work? What's the big difference?
Yes. So you can actually go on right now to our event page. It's lighthousecm.org/gala, and you can register for our event. All that does is you put your name and your phone number. And so that allows us to be able to text message you and share information about the gala as it goes on. But the actual gala event will be beginning Thursday, April 23rd, and go through Saturday, April 25th. You can actually go right now and see some of our live auction items, or not live, but silent auction items. And we're continuing to add to that daily. And then bidding will open on Thursday at 9. And our event page will be updated every single day with new content and new things that we're celebrating and new information that we want to share with you. So, and great ways that you guys can connect and get involved with our ministry throughout the year.
Hey, here's a comment from Hillary watching on Facebook. She said, there's a singing telegram auction. Is that one of the items available?
It is. So, one of the things right now, we're very aware of the economic impact that this has had on our small businesses and our community. And so we definitely didn't want to, take advantage of the situation or even just try to, go and ask businesses that are already hurting to support us even more, because we are so blessed by their support throughout the year. So that meant our silent auction was going to look probably a little different than it has in the past. But we've had some amazing individuals that have said, hey, I've got some talents, or I've got some things that I would like to share. And so one of those, we have a volunteer that works with us that's a really good singer and used to perform in clubs, and he was like, I will go and I will do singing telegrams. And so especially with this, season of people not being able to have the right, not necessarily the right, but the typical parties or birthday parties or graduation celebrations, we thought that would be a really fun item to be able to auction off. So we've got someone that will come and arrive. We'll do any kind of singing telegram that you would like, with a bundt cake and some balloons, and help you celebrate whatever occasion that would be.
Yeah. So I'm thinking last year, whenever I had the opportunity to go to the gala, it was awesome. There was like the coffee bar. I think there was a donut wall.
There
was a bunch of awesome stuff. So it was at is it the Lone Star Flight Museum, right?
It was, yes.
Yes.
And this year we had planned to take it to the island and do the Tremont House. So we still have some really great plans in the works, and hopefully we'll be able to roll that out next year instead.
Yeah. Well, that'll be really nice. Hopefully next year. But you're going to be in Indiana. You're stepping aside and moving back there with the family. Can we somehow convince you to come back down? Maybe next year just to visit for the event, for the gala.
I don't think you could keep me away. So my husband and I have already talked about how that will be one of our trips back to. We have family here in the area, so we're going to be back a few times a year for sure, and friends, and we love this community. So yes, we will definitely be back, and I was so excited about what the event was going to look like this year, and I really think that will just be a year delayed, and I can't wait to participate in it.
Yeah. Have you had other organizations, nonprofit and maybe not, that were doing events reach out to you for resources, said, hey, how did y'all set this virtual gala up?
Not yet, but probably because we're still learning. I think we're all learning. In fact, a lot of the different platforms that we've been part of over the years, it seems like with COVID-19 came a source of all kinds of emails and flooded our inbox with ways that we could do this. And so we've been watching webinars, and we've been just kind of inventing the wheel as it works for our gala, because every gala is a little bit different, or every event's a little bit different. But you've seen out there right now virtual 5Ks, all kinds of different events that would typically be live that people are just kind of using the technology. We're so grateful for technology to be able to do things a little bit different.
Yes.
There are a couple virtual galas that I know are going around in Houston that we've kind of been looking at their websites and seeing if we can learn from someone that's already done it as well. But
yes.
Yeah.
Can you speak on, the future of Lighthouse Christian Ministries? It's left in good hands. Like, what's that look like
Absolutely.
in this next year and beyond?
Yep. So my operations director is going to be taking over as the executive director on May 1st. Her name's Tammy Eckert. She's amazing. So many gifts and talents that she's going to bring to the table. She's already brought to the table, but she's going to be an amazing leader. I'm so excited to watch her just thrive in this role. And she comes with a lot of experience. She came from Anchor Point, so she's been around nonprofit for a while. She's been just instrumental in helping develop programs that really keep the Christ in the center of our ministry, and just she's just going to be fantastic. So I want her to come to a future show and be able to introduce her to the community.
Yeah, I'm excited to have people back in studio, regularly, because just
Yes.
like y'all with the virtual gala, it kind of forced us to stretch ourselves and figure out, like, hey, I think we have the capability to do this. Let's, and just trying to figure out what does that look like and how to make it work. But yeah, it's an interesting time for sure.
Exactly. It's plan B for sure.
Yeah, trying to just stretch ourselves and figure it out. And all right, let's make this. We aren't going to stop. We got to keep going.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
but man, we are so grateful. Just so lucky that we do have technology in the way that we have it today. Because I can't imagine this 20 years ago. Yeah. What a challenge that would have been.
Yeah, smartphones alone.
Yeah.
Smartphones alone,
No
like,
kidding.
What would we be doing? Probably better stuff, actually. Just like instead of just like being inside, probably be like planting gardens. I have seen some people do that, but I'm watching them on my smartphone, being like, man, look at that garden. It's beautiful.
It's fun because I actually, in the summer it's just so hot. And so this spring as it's nice outside right now, I just feel like my kids are living the summers of my youth. And so I see them riding off with their friends around the neighborhood. And I'm like, finally, they're outside, they're doing dirty things and it's good.
Yeah. All right. So if somebody wants to get involved or attend or still donate something to be auctioned off, who do they get a hold of and are they able to do that?
Absolutely, absolutely. So Tammy is actually in charge of our silent auction. She's gotten everything up there. We will be adding items throughout, so you can reach her at Tammy, Tammy, at lighthousecm.org, or you can just find us on Facebook at Lighthouse Christian Ministries, and you can message us. We're happy to do a porch pickup, but we are grateful for every donation that we get.
Yeah. So in the time that you have left here in Texas, 4 weeks, you're going to be moving to Indiana, after the gala. Is there anything that you're trying to get done, maybe a new skill and that you have? And then I have a follow-up question.
A new skill? No, honestly, right now it's just kind of going through all the stuff in my house and figuring out, is this worth paying to move it, or does it need to go? And just kind of spending as much time, even if it's just on Zoom, with friends and family that are down here.
Yeah.
And, like we did a few last adventures down to Galveston this weekend, and going over to Challenger Park, and, all of the places that I know and love that I'm going to miss. So trying to get all those in before we leave. Moving's
the worst. I hate moving, like all of the stuff, like packing. Even if I'm going out of town, like for the weekend, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Just like moving, physically moving things. It's not for me.
I know. Fortunately, we're paying movers to do most of the heavy lifting and the hard work, but yeah, it is never fun. I told my husband, I said, he grew up down here in Texas, has never lived kind of outside of the Houston area his whole life. And I said, now you're going to experience what it's like to have your heart torn between two places that you love. And,
oh, wow. Yeah.
It's tough. I'm excited. I miss my family. I've missed so many different, special occasions with them. But I also know that on the flip side, I have friends and family here that I'm going to feel the same way.
Okay. So I have a follow-up question. You kind of answered some of it about the things you're going to miss. And you were talking about, going to Challenger Park, Galveston, trying to knock some things out, friends and family, right? What are you going to miss most between Tex-Mex and like Texas barbecue, if you had to pick?
Probably Tex-Mex, because Indiana thinks they know how to Tex-Mex and they just don't. Barbecue, you
can get some barbecue.
You can find a decent barbecue place.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna miss Lupe tortillas and La Brisa and
kolaches.
Yeah, it's funny. Kolache Bakery actually made a go for it in Indianapolis, and nobody knew what to do with them.
Yeah,
so it didn't go.
It didn't work out, huh? That's funny. It's so interesting.
But I remember coming down here. That was probably one of my very first Friday conversations at the coffee pot. Like, what the heck is this?
Yeah. It's so weird. Growing up here, I'm from here, but I've had the opportunity to go different places, and just seeing how different it is. Like if you go to New York, they don't have kolaches. Indiana, there's not what Mexican food that I grew up on. Yes. But and then if they had it, they may not even like it. Because they're used to something different. But
exactly. Although I will say, every friend and family member that I have that comes down to visit looks for good Tex-Mex down here. So I think they realize that it's a little unique.
Yeah. Hey, is there anything else you'd like to share about the gala? Anything else that you'd like to share at all?
No, I want to thank KHEA Radio for helping us really pull this event off. We just wouldn't have been able to do it without Kurt stepping in and helping us with some of the videos, and appreciate you having us on here to talk about it today. This is a trial for us. I think that it's going to stretch us. I think that it's going to allow us to think about how we can make some of the same content available every year. Because in the past, if you didn't really attend our gala, you really didn't get to participate, except other than the silent auction. And so I think this will really cause us to think about how we do our gala in the future and make it available to everyone. But just really would love for you guys to tune in with us. Go to our website, register so we can push the information to you. Again, it's lighthousecm.org/gala.
Yeah. Hey, I agree about that. Why not make, the changes that we're implementing now, just continue with them. Don't stop, make the changes. And then as, life goes back to normal, you have events, still bring those things back in slowly or however we're allowed to. And why not do both? Think about the audience that everybody will be able to reach with the new skills that they've learned. I've seen that with like church services. You know, a lot of people maybe not streaming, and now they're forced into a streaming situation, but why not keep it going if you're able to?
Yeah.
So.
You know, it's funny because one of the things as we've, planned this was like, man, but so much of our gala is about the participation and being able to, like you were talking about who you were at the table with last year. And, we always have some type of really fun entertainment. And trying to capture some of that, what we've done is we've arranged it through table hosts. So we have some of our, typical participants have invited people to their table. And all that really means is that they're connecting with them. And some of them are doing like fun little Zoom parties to review our content and to talk about Lighthouse. And so, we're really trying to find ways to incorporate those key elements and those fun and those relationships and with this, even though it's a virtual platform.
Yeah. And the other thing that I've seen is just organizations come and support each other, whether that's small businesses supporting one another, nonprofits reaching out and supporting one another, sharing each other's content. I know that's amazing too. Yeah.
Yeah. And we are so fortunate in our community that we do have just a collaboration of networks of nonprofits that work together. I mean, I think every single one of us realize that it takes a village, and Lighthouse isn't the only organization in the community, and we couldn't be the only organization in the community. We work with fabulous nonprofits, and we are so fortunate that we all kind of put our collaborative hands together and are like, let's do this and tackle this community together. So we are very fortunate for everyone's support, and we want to do this together.
Yeah. So be on the lookout if you're taking the time to tune in. You're listening on 99.5 FM or from the KHEA radio app. Be on the lookout for the links. We're going to share that from KHEA radio as well, so that way y'all can find out more information about the gala that's starting this Thursday. So supporting Lighthouse Christian Ministries. Erica, thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great afternoon.
You too. All right, Facebook and 99.5 FM. Appreciate you guys. Hey, y'all have a good day. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
Dedicated.
Thank you.